Digital transformation has impacted the way businesses operate across the globe, and Africa is no exception, with the continent recording a number of many businesses embracing digital technology to reach many clients out there to improve the overall performance of their businesses. Well, however much with the good benefits of digital technology in businesses, the level of digital literacy in Africa is very low. Anyways, to anyone out there that was questioning the fact that we had some issues with gender equality, today we come bearing gifts on our show on this episode. Allow me welcome Clinton on this episode.
Thank you so much, Brenia, for the introduction. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this exciting show. We are going to be talking about youth in digital transformation. My name is Oyesije Clinton Liberty, and I'm excited to join these young experts in the digital industry, and I'm very much excited to be here.
You're most welcome.
You're very welcome to the show.
My name is Samali, as usual. We are in the lounge where we discuss youth and business and digital transformation in Africa. It is.
Yeah, and it's very exciting. Today we are discussing digital transformation. However, in Africa, it is still on a low pace.
Yeah.
With 22% of the population still trying to lag behind about it. Well, my name is Martha. I'm excited to be on the show, and we're really happy to have Clinton with us.
Yeah.
Kicking on with our discussion of digital transformation. We've had a lot. We've had the new technologies coming in, e-commerce, the digital apps and everything. We're going to be digesting every single detail about this.
Yeah. Well, according to the International Telecommunications reports, back then in 2020, there's only 28%, can you imagine, 28% of the level of digital literacy in Africa when it comes to the youths. Yeah. Why do you think that landscape is so low? Why would you think that? Should we say that in Africa we don't embrace digital technology, or something could be wrong?
That's interesting, because today when I was looking into the financial budget for Uganda, they have now put an emphasis on the ICT section. Yeah. And to me that's exciting, because that gives a platform for the youth who are out there to actually now take advantage of such opportunities. Now I'm assuming that the government is going to put a lot of interventions that are going to help the youth to have a digital space. And to me that's going to be very important, because we need the youth to come up with so many technologies that can actually boost their businesses, because at the same time we want to look at how best can their businesses be diverse and how best can their businesses grow.
Yeah.
And to grow, it starts with emerging with the continuous digital technologies that continue to come up. And it's important that now people are coming up with applications, people are coming up with several logistics applications that help to deliver businesses. Nowadays, if you remember in COVID, if you remember, we had a situation whereby we couldn't access markets.
True.
But because of the online markets, things were done easily. Delivery to door was done easily. So I think, to me, digital transformation is a huge topic, and to be here talking about digital transformation for the youth, such an exciting point.
It is being so serious. But it's so interesting of how you're talking about international work, financial budget, and all these things. But I want to start by saying that when you look at these different digital technologies, we have artificial intelligence, we have social media platforms, of course, and not forgetting that blockchain. And I think that now that things are a second away, it's like there is no time to waste. So I think people should really embrace digital technology in their business. Whereas I think people are not picking up that much, not because they lack interest, or it's because I think actually most people can't afford these technologies. Because you might be in Kampala, you might be, actually you're in Kampala, and because everyone is holding a smartphone.
You're just holding it for formality.
Yeah.
And not only that, because how can I say this? It all ends here. But a person in Karamoja, they're struggling to find food. They're struggling for shelter. When will they think of AI or ChatGPT or whatever? So I think it's because we still having basic needs that aren't being met. We are still struggling. Actually, poverty, the
Yeah.
But I think us being also the youth, we are in this category of the struggling people. And in regards to digital transformation, realize that at the time you had that tiny phone, but then you had to go to a bigger phone and a bigger phone. Besides the poverty and everything, we still have a challenge with a mindset. Like a few youths have an opportunity to have good schools, have like cool things in their lives where they're actually already having ICT around them. And you realize some of them even have this in their parents, like some parents still discussing that why would someone have a phone? Why would I have a computer?
Really?
Yeah.
It is actually happening.
Yeah.
Very much. So taking us back to the minimal number of those Africans who don't have access to digital items, Uganda is also part of those suffering places.
Yeah.
But on a scale of other countries, like for example Nigeria, Nigeria is kind of different from ours.
Yeah.
Realize, for example, me, I would give an example of the blockchain people. You find very many young people into it. But then it doesn't take us away from the problem that there's still a lot of illiteracy among us and a poor mindset, yet the government is giving a lot. If you look at the budget for ICT, for mindset change and everything, it's there to provide. But then another problem comes with there's minimal information for people to know that, if you need this, you have to go to this place and you get it from there.
Yeah, so Martha, you've reminded me about something. You're talking about some parents not like allowing giving access. Do you realize in Africa we still have the issue of gender and regional disparities when it comes to technology? Yeah, some cultures still believe that women and young girls,
a man should have a phone.
Yes, those funny things happen.
Really?
Yeah, like why should a woman involve themselves in tech?
Yeah.
That is also still a challenge in most African countries.
What I want to say about these digital technologies, I think we as Africans, we are not curious enough, you get? You find that someone is holding an iPhone 14, but they haven't yet explored the phone bit by bit. You get the point. And I feel like since we are still struggling with the basics and the digital technologies have come to solve very big problems, you will find that now a market vendor, what do I need ChatGPT for? You get that point.
Why do I need an app
why would I have to
sell my
tomatoes?
Yeah.
You get that point. But then I feel like awareness, like the government should create more awareness and should make sure that maybe schools are able. Actually, not forgetting. Do you know that there are some schools where ICT is not even being taught completely?
Yeah, it's still
very
happening.
Sad. It's very sad.
And they struggle to
put on a computer,
Word,
to open a Word
Excel,
document.
And I think she's very much right about that. And I think that reminds me about the role of education when it comes to digital transformation in Africa. We have had so many students pass through the academic institutions, have ICT as a subject or maybe as a sub-subject. For their both O-level and high level. And I think to me that's very important, and I think we have to thank our education sector for that, because I think that provides platform for people to actually now have some access towards the technological knowledge, because it's one thing to know about digital access, but then it's another thing when you do not have knowledge about it. That drives me to the application part of it. Yes, you have the digital technologies, but then how are you applying them, or how are you using them? And I think also you talked about the role of women, or the gender part of it in digital transformation. I was listening to an interview of the Minister of ICT in Rwanda, Paula. She was talking about the role of women in technology. And I think to me, it's very wrong if we left out the women.
Yeah, because women are more dedicated when it comes to something. By the way, do you realize women are more hardworking than men?
But we just from the month of the women, that is March, and most of the things were women in tech, women in this, women in this.
That was the theme of the year.
But still, in those few events of women in tech and everything, the young women were still less. Okay, besides the university-based ones, but the overall ones, you would find older women in this thing. I'm not blaming the older men for being there, but we have the fresh brains.
Give them a chance.
Just give them a chance to, express their whatever thing they're providing. But another thing with the role of women in tech, if you've gotten a chance and you've started to call something about ICT, they're really hard things, like coding or something. It's not only the laziness women are having or something, but there's that extra dedication the men have met in the tech field put into that. I'm not on their side or what, but I'm just saying the basics. As a man here, we have Clinton. He's going to tell us, what do you think about that?
Well, I think that's a very interesting topic, because when you talk about, but I urge you not to, be overweight in this thing, because I think both genders are playing a very important role. they're actually doing something that is very beneficial for the digital transformation in Africa. And to me, women are actually playing a greater role. Why? Because now, when you place a platform, like that for the women, I think they are so much engaged in knowing what is happening, and to me, that's very important. And we have a lady who has brought in precision in agriculture. Precision in agriculture are the drones that are now being used in agriculture. She's heading a company that is now producing drones that are now being used in agriculture sector. So to me, that really implies to me that women are doing a very great job.
Thank you for bringing up that agriculture part of it.
Yeah.
You guys, do you realize that most of the African countries, we all have the agriculture-based economy?
Yeah, like
In most countries.
and
So someone out there would be like, if I'm going to my farm to get my tomatoes, why do I need technology?
Online app.
That's why the launch is here for you today. We all need technology, this whole thing. I remember M7 was giving a speech some time back, and he was like, the agriculturalists should embrace technology.
Like it just adds value to everything you're doing. It just makes it, you know, a little bit
easier
and everything. Speaking of ICT and everything, the ambience we're having today is Start Hub. It is an innovation ecosystem. You can actually pass by, come and learn, consult and everything, and engage. These guys are with us and we are with them. We're still going on with the show though.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about the agriculture thing.
Yeah.
I attend something called the Business Garage every Sunday, and one of these Sundays they were talking about walimi.com.
What is it again?
Walimi.com. So on this platform, you know, okay, I think for farmers doing agriculture in the villages, you find that someone will buy from you something very cheaply. You get, after you're waiting for the seasons, after you put your fertilizers, your energy, and then they come to town and sell things expensively and make a big US profit.
Yeah.
So what these guys have done is to make it a point that you, as a farmer, you come, register your farm, or your agricultural produce, and then you just a takeaway, you sell, and then people buy from you. But what I wanted to discuss mainly, I think for the farmers, you could get that. But what I want to talk about is that I think there will be no importance for a subsistence farmer to really go digital. You get, if something is so small, because first of all, as using this technology, you most times have to access data.
Yeah.
And data has been a problem, which we also have to talk about. So you find that this person won't have the urge to really, go ahead and start posting their tomatoes or onions or whatever. But then I think the digital bit of you embracing technology in your business, digital technology in your business, in your farming business, I think will come in when you've gone commercial. That is when you'll have to post. That is when you'll have to go to ChatGPT and ask other seasons, right? That is when you'll have to use walimi.com, for example, to sell your produce. That you don't have to again keep calling people, please come for my produce, and then maybe you fail to sell your produce and all these things. So I think it will be more beneficial to the commercial people who are doing large-scale farming and the ones who are doing subsistence, who are very many.
Well, Samali, I agree and at the same time disagree with you on that point. Reason being, okay, for like Martha said way back, she stated the fact that sometimes it's the mindset. Yes, the high costs are there. That's okay. That's fine. But then let's first work on the problem of, some people already have the mentality of technology, like it sounds like a whole complicated topic to someone, you get. But the moment these guys are educated and well equipped with some skills on technology, they can start with the basics. Like it doesn't have to be on the high rate.
I think
for someone.
In the same context, we can actually now look at what has been, because you see, digital transformation is spreading like bushfire in Africa. And to me, I think it has had very many impacts, both on the social sector and the economic sector. And to me, I think in the same context, we now cover the impact of what digital transformation has done. And to me, it has done so many things, both positive and negative. And I think, Martha, you must have a deeper insight. What do you think?
We all have, like following how we had planned, it was the next thing, the impact of that to the economy. We all have a deeper insight. But the main thing, what I really like about digital and everything, it has made our life way too easier. And it has made our thinking better Without the negative part, it is making us kind of lazy.
Yeah.
Very, very lazy.
Especially students in school.
Now,
there's nothing like reading.
Like, you see how, if I say, I'm doing coursework, and they just go and put in chat. And everything comes. But then another problem with the digital thing, when you see how chat does good, researches, it might also reduce jobs, but not really reduce jobs. It may actually improve the lives of people. But the only problem I have with it is it's lazy and a little bit expensive in regards to data and the devices.
No. Well, when it comes to digital tech, like embracing digital technology in businesses, you guys, I love the fact that it has created like bigger markets out there. You know, people are selling to, let's give an example of Uganda, right? Here, someone has a business here, they post their things. You know, people are importing and exporting products in and outside. Like, it has created wider markets for the business sector.
We have a global village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I just love that.
But then, instead, in regards to Uganda, that I've had 70 speeches most time, he complains about the bad value addition we're having. Like, everything, we can actually make those things and we produce the last thing of it, not produce those seeds of coffee, for example. Produce the powdered version of it. Yeah. So imagine you're selling it still online and it's taken and it's the finished product. Like, the profit can actually double because you've been selling the seed and it's been a profit. Now imagine I'm selling the finished thing. Still, even with the ICT and the digital, you still have to be a little bit, not a little bit, but extra creative in everything.
Yeah.
Now, me what I wanted to talk about, actually, starting with education, before even going into the benefits and the disadvantages. Yes, digital literacy, but I want people to know that this is all about you, and that if you don't upgrade or uplift yourself, the wave is going to leave you behind. And on Instagram, there is a lot of advertising, these short courses of ICT and all these things. So guys, always enroll. It's just a matter of you being dedicated, putting aside what you're supposed to do, and maybe purchasing some good amount of data and teach yourself. Then another thing that I want to talk about is the value addition. I think someone hasn't yet understood what value addition is. Martha, could you please tell us what value addition is?
Guys, value addition is like making it a little bit, not actually. Okay. Value addition is making it better, making it the right way. I'm giving it as an example because it is mostly in our agricultural sector. Yeah. Where we have all the products, yes, but we are still selling the raw material version. Yeah. How about we give them the full version? So just you get the product, it's there. I have the coffee, I've planted the coffee, I've harvested and everything. Yes. I have it now. If I sell it in a seed form, I'll get money, yes. Now how about I process this seed and I make something better? And whenever I add value to something, it becomes more, I think. Expensive. Yeah. And it becomes way better expensive. So even if, you see the guys who had cotton in their farms, now they're making clothes. So they added value to the cotton and they made, now that's how you have to level up something and it becomes better. Though, Clinton, in regards to economic impact, I want us to look at the entire Africa. Imagine Africa would now wake up and we have all of us overall embraced digital, and
it would be the best
continent all over the world. 2070 something, and everything is smooth. Kids are born in our way. Then there's a way the world is organized. Imagine Africa in that shape. Clayton, what is your oversight of that?
And how long do you think it will take for us to get there?
Oh, that's quite so long. Quite so long. But I'm very glad that you actually brought up the topic or the idea of value addition. To me, I'll begin with that because when you talk about value addition, you're talking about how the process of transforming something into a finished product. Yeah. And then once you do that, there is a definite long process you're going to use. But then within that process, there are several technologies that the youth out there who have several businesses should know about. Yeah. And that's the importance of such a conversation, such a discussion, to identify what are those technologies that are actually out there and the youth should know about so they can help them in the value addition kind of concept. And to me, I think, yes, it's going to take a very long time for the whole of Africa to actually be impacted with digital transformation. But our governments, our economies are playing a vital role. And that is why I actually started with thanking the role of education, thanking the role of women in technology. Even men, yes, even men. I'm a man myself, and I think we are doing a
But
great
she's
job.
right to thank the women.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very good thing. So to me, I think different governments in their respective countries are doing a very marvelous job when it comes to digital transformation. And I think we just need to continue giving in so many concepts and proposals on what best can be done. I think even our telecommunications are doing a great job in continuing to emerge with the 4G, the 3G, the 2G.
5G, yeah.
So you can see there is a diverse
I had
6G. See, that's
But let us speak
that's
of
really
how 5G is coming, and it is exciting because it's fast and everything.
good. Oh yeah.
And then, I don't know, what do you think of the 5G thing, you guys?
I'm not thinking.
Well,
Okay, I think it's a great deal. It's
Yeah.
a great deal for the business sector. One, it will make the whole processes faster. The network, it will be fast.
Yeah.
Like everything will go on smoothly.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to talk about, I had someone say, our previous in our conversation, someone was saying that these technologies are kind of intimidating because people think they're going to lose their jobs. Because you find that where you would have used 5 people, maybe to do something, now you need 1 person and plus the machine.
Plus a computer.
Or maybe if you are going to take like 5 hours to get some amount of information, now it is going to take just 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But then I feel like people shouldn't be intimidated. Rather, take that time, teach yourself, and for example, if your boss gives you an assignment, and go to ChatGPT.
Put it in there.
Yeah, get your assignment done, and then be like, yo, I'm done, and then they'll be like, oh, okay, he or she is being efficient, rather than thinking that these things have come to take my job away and all these things. So, and also for the young people out there, before we even speak of AI and blockchain or whatever, I want us to basically embrace social media. And when we talk about social media, a good example, or what I want to emphasize on, is the pictures you post.
Quality, yeah.
Quality of pictures. Social media is not going to serve you right if the quality of pictures you're posting are ramshackled, they are funny.
Harsh.
You get. And please, because people have had issues, you post, for example, a set of clothes plus a cape plus what, and then you say 25, only to reach and the only thing you're going to sell is just a shirt alone.
That's like a
Well,
Vogue
somebody,
strategy.
quality comes with a better device,
Something-
like the device
something-
you're
Something
using.
appears when it's so nice, but when it reaches, it's so ugly.
It's like a Vogue thing of you know how they post those things with like a flower, with like a cape, with like a tiny bag.
Yeah.
They're only buying a dress.
It's so ugly. So I think the people using social media to sell their things, especially online stores on Instagram, should take the time to make sure that what the client sees, the client gets. Other than that, people are going to stop coming to visit your social media platforms to support your hustle.
Yeah, you might gain that day, but then you're losing me as a customer.
Yeah.
I will not come back to buy your
Using
things.
Bernie as a customer.
Yeah, I will not come back.
Listen, we're also discussing the 5G thing, the
Yeah.
internet part of it.
Yeah, I think to me 5G is a very good initiative, and to me I think I've heard of MTN about to launch it very soon. It hasn't been launched yet, but it's in the process, it's in the pipeline. So to me I think it's a very big initiative. Why? Because it's going to bring in so many advantages to the business world, because so many businesses have been suffering due to poor connectivity or maybe to poor internet connections. So I think to me with the introduction of 5G, it's a very big platform. But then, on the same hand, it has implications, and we need to actually be keen. What are the health implications to us having 5G in Uganda? Because definitely, yes, 4G has been available, but then it has also had its own implications, positively and negatively. So to me, I think 5G is a very great initiative, and I can't wait. I can't wait. Personally, my phone is ready to update.
Wow, this conversation is getting all... I love this whole conversation. Anyway, stay tuned, folks. We are going in for a very quick break, and we shall be right back.